All right. It is Friday night, and you are on with P2G Networks. You know what we do on Friday? It is time for the collective to come together. And we have
Yes,
a
yes.
special one. All right. My name is Ruby Thomas. I'm in the house with the collective tonight, and we have a very, very special guest. So give me a second because I got to introduce him. So I want to make sure we get brother Al in the house. Yeah, Gold Banker. Hey, hey, hey! You too soon. You too soon. Too soon. Too soon. Mr. Gold Banker, give him some love.
Yo,
Go
peace and
ahead.
blessings, everybody. Welcome. This is Collective Enlightenment, the wealth conversation for the masses. And yes, we have a very special guest who's near and dear to our heart, and I can't wait for him to speak and share who he is. You know, he is one of the people I call friend, family, brother, real close.
Hmm.
Most definitely. Pleasure to have you here, man. Pleasure.
Absolutely.
Most definitely. I appreciate
So
you guys.
that being said, it's Friday night, and I know y'all be like, "Who that?" And he on Wednesday. We don't see him on Fridays.
Yes,
See,
yes,
we had to
yes.
have a special guest in the house today because brother LJ from the Bankers Club is in the house tonight. I know y'all getting it confused. You thinking it's Wednesday, right? I got you. We want to say thank you so much to brother LJ coming and being with us with the collective tonight. He's got some news to drop today,
Yes,
and I got
yes.
a little chance to brag on him today. So go and give him some love. Let him know what's happening on a Friday night, my brother.
All right. Well, peace and blessings to y'all. Thank y'all very much for having me on the show. It's I guess it's a little weird because this is probably the second interview I've actually done. The first one being with the Free Gems Network. Shout out to those brothers. As y'all seen on Rapping Crypto on Wednesday nights. But yeah, it's interesting being in this seat here. I don't do too much bragging on myself. I don't really like to too much do that. I try to work in the background, work in the shadows, and do what I need to, and go from there. So, um, it's interesting. Miss Ruby and I had a phone conversation earlier. There's been quite a few things working in these last couple of weeks, and I guess y'all mind if I give them a little bit of a story? I guess.
Let me see. Sure, why not? Go there, do your thing, brother.
Look,
I
I tell
you
y'all
better
like
give
this.
a story. You better let them know
Look,
what's
I
been
tell
going
y'all like
down.
this. Here's how this goes. A couple of weeks ago, I got an email in my inbox from a young lady who was basically saying she was an executive assistant for a magazine. She basically went on to explain a few things about an opportunity that was available. And everybody knows most times when you get things like that in your inbox, it's probably spam because there's a lot of things going on, a lot of people doing different things. So I had to be very cautious, but it caught my eye because I was just like, this looks pretty cool. Everything seems fluent. And so, of course, I did my due diligence, went researched the magazine and everything, checked out the website, went looking through their actual, official staff and everything. And the person who was communicating with me, the name matched up, the email that was supposed to be associated matched up and everything. So I was like, okay, I don't want to get too excited, but this is pretty dope. And she basically said she reached out to me because they saw my resume and a profile of mine, and basically they were just interested in having me come on board. So what I've recently now had officially being able to announce, have the opportunity to do, is be an executive contributor for Brains Magazine. Shout out to Brains Magazine. Thank you guys very much for the opportunity. Um, Brains Magazine basically brings together top entrepreneurs, top business owners, just top individuals who are basically experts in their own respective fields. They basically give, and of course, I'm not trying to brag, but they basically, like my instance where the young lady reached out, they invite only opportunity for being an executive contributor. So they basically research different people who they want to have come in, and basically what our jobs are doing is basically producing articles that go into the magazine. So officially, as of today, my first article went live. I can also be looked up on the Brains Magazine website under their executive contributors. I have my own personal profile page with a nice biography and everything there. So if anybody would like to check it out, please feel free. I know Miss Ruby, she probably has it queued up over there to share a little bit with you guys. But yeah, it's an amazing opportunity, and that is the story in essence. But um, it's just an awesome opportunity. As you guys can see here, this is the Brains magazine website. And like I said, at first, I was just like, this can't, it's too good to be true. I woke up this morning, I got an email from them last night saying, hey, okay, your article's been accepted. It's been submitted, and it'll be up tomorrow. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. So when that popped up, I was like, all right, I'll wake up tomorrow and see what happens. So you said you'll get an email and it will let you know when everything is live. Sure enough, I woke up to an email this morning and the article was up on the Brains website. My executive contributor profile is up, like I said. And interesting fact, I didn't know this. Like I said, I haven't been looking at it too much because I'm the type of person I want to get it out, get it done, and then I'll have other people kind of give me, constructive criticism on what I have going on. But I kind of move forward from there so that I can develop at getting better. So I haven't looked at the website too much, but Miss Ruby and Brother Al were kind enough to let me know that if you actually go to the Explorer page here on the Brains website, it's not in the very forefront, but if you're basically scrolling on that main page, my article is actually featured on the main page right now. So what that does for myself and everybody who I'm affiliated with and have partnerships with and everything, like I told my brothers, shout out to the Bankers Club, brothers HD and brother Mario. Like I told them this morning when we had a conversation, it became a shout out. Thank you, brother Demon. I appreciate that. It's one of those situations where this is a opportunity that has my name on it, but this is an opportunity not just for myself, but for the people who I associate myself with and I call brothers and friends and family who I operate and do business with on a regular basis. In the back office, as I like to call it, a lot of people don't get to see the interactive work and all the hard work that goes in on the back end. So just being able to have an opportunity like what's presented in front of me right now with Brains, I'm excited. Just a little bit more about that. I have the next 12 months as a contributor. Of course, after 12 months, I'll basically be able to be put in a situation where they'll reevaluate to see if they want to continue moving forward with having me on as an executive contributor. And then I got some more big news that's coming from dealing with this Brains article and being an executive contributor with the magazine. But I'm going to actually save that in terms of my announcement. I'll wait till that actually becomes official and I'll be able to share that, regardless of where it's at on this platform. I'm sure everybody will know, but I'll be excited to share that news when that actually comes about. But Brother Allen, Sister Ruby, I thank you guys for having me on here. Like I said, this is exciting. I try to stay as humble as possible about everything.
LJ, first of all, I gotta say kudos to you, brother. First of all, to being published in a magazine, that takes a lot of work, and I commend you because they went looking amongst many people and they found you. I can't even call you a diamond in the rough, brother. You've been polishing your stone for quite a while. You've been polishing that stone. So, awesome, awesome, awesome. So let me ask you, as being in the space where you got to write this article, what was your mindset on putting these words in place so that people can really hear who you are? Now I know who you are because I had the pleasure, but hearing your word, reading your words on paper, what is the outcome you were expecting to get when they read these words?
So I'll start like this. I know you asked me about the mindset going into everything. I'll be honest. My mind was all over the place. This is the first time I've had to do something like this. Of course, in college, writing papers and doing discussions and different things like that. It's a lot easier. I don't really too much worry about that. But when it comes down to actual professional articles, because like I said, this isn't a reflection of me. This is a reflection of myself and everybody else who supports me and backs me. So that includes the Bankers Club, P2G Networks, Unique Sneaker Free. I have a couple of other organizations that I represent, but like I said, I'm not going to give you guys a laundry list. It's just one of those situations where being able to be a representative and be able to speak, what I fluently believe in and be able to educate people on different topics because the opportunity, and I say The reason why my mind was all over the place is because the opportunity is basically in a situation where they don't tell you exactly what you have to write about. It's supposed to be in your field of expertise, right? Well, because I'm a part of so many different things, I'm co-founder and CEO of Unique Sneaker Freak. So that puts me in a
Yep.
perspective of being able to understand how running a business and doing merchandising and different things like that, and possibly integrating different things dealing with clothing brands and stuff into the metaverse and the blockchain and crypto spaces. It's just a lot that goes into that. And I can speak on that because I have the firsthand backhand work trying to research, understand, and actually having hands-on activity with that. Going to Bankers Club, it's just having the hands-on activity of being able to educate people and be able to put people in a position where they can be profitable and be able to manage doing that and realize that it's not, how can I put it? It's not far-fetched, I guess is the way I want to put that. So being able to put themselves in a position to be better and do better allows them to go out and be able to teach other people to do the same thing. So everything we do with Bankers Club and P2G networks, we're just really trying to hone in and teach people and educate people. And then on the other end, of course, like I said, you got so many different other things that I kind of get involved in. But ideally, what I'm looking to do with Brains and my opportunity is go in and be able to establish an opportunity of development for people that read the magazine. So let's just say they read this "What's the Fuss" article that just came out, and again, because of my Bankers Club experience, I use that experience to talk a little bit of what's the fuss. And some people may read the article and say, "Oh, this was quick, short, sweet, to the point." I made it that way on purpose. My first article, I didn't want it to be too lengthy, to have too much. I wanted to catch people's interest and intrigue them to say, who is this? I want to be looking for this name of this article. This person that's writing these articles in the future, because I want to see more and I want to understand more. I do have an interview coming out that people will be able to read over and go through and everything, and that's pretty exciting. So it's a lot of different things that are already in place and are going to start moving. Like I said, I've been dealing with this brains thing for about the last 2 to 3 weeks now. So it just puts me in a position where I just got to keep the ball rolling and keep doing what I'm doing. But, like I said, just honing back into it mindset wise, it was all over the place because I know I'm involved in so many different things and there's so many different avenues and information pieces that I can give to people. But how I do that is completely and totally up to, the structure of what I put out. So I have to be very detailed. I have to be engaging, I guess is the proper word, because like I said, it's been a long time since I've written anything that was of professional work. And I mean, an article is a little bit different than a paper. I got to really keep the readers engaged because that's the point of them reading the magazine, is to get information and be engaged. So just kind of taking the extra steps and doing everything that I need to put my best foot forward was kind of, where I started off mindset wise and going into it.
So that's amazing, and I'm glad that you gave us an in-depth background of how you came through all of this and what you've been up to. Now tell us what the article is about.
So,
I
um,
actually read the article. I'm not gonna act like I didn't read, but for all those who haven't, we want them to get a feel from your position. What's the article about?
I, as I'm looking at a crypto alert. Um, so listen, I put it,
He's still working, y'all. He's still working.
listen, I put it in a perspective like this. There's a situation where you got to understand where when you present information to people, they may like it or they may not like it. You don't want to come at them too harsh to where it's just like, oh, well, I'm giving you an overload or influx of information. Um,
Yeah.
like I said, I tried to keep the article short, sweet, to the point, but some of the points that I touched on, what my purpose, I should say, because I can't say that it's gonna happen. When you write something and you put it out, either somebody catches
Right.
onto it and they like it or they don't. And like I've been telling everybody who I've had check into the article, please give me the constructive criticism of, if you hate it, tell
Right.
me why you hate it. I want to be able to literally think about those types of things and kind of continue to move forward. But it's man, oh man, oh man, it's just it's a lot. It's
There's
a
a
lot.
there's a
It's a
reason
lot.
why I asked you that question. Part of it is because I was one of the folks that you asked to critique it. And when I
Mhm.
did, I thought really, and this is not just because I know you, I thought how well you put in words what we do, the reason why, and why it was necessary. It actually sparked me to want to write. I'm probably going to send you some material so you can write on from my perspective and add on to that because I'm not a writer like that. That's not my thing. But
Right.
this is how we build. This is
Right.
how we build
You're
other
right.
people's perspectives
You're right.
and how we connect in. So I was like, yeah, because I think this the next thing he should write off of that one because he hit it
Right.
point on the point. And I'm sitting here
Mm,
reading your article,
Right.
going,
mm.
I'm looking forward to the next one because this
Absolutely,
one
absolutely.
it's like
Because
it's like
So
having your dinner and you can't wait till the dessert get there. And it was
so
really great.
the exciting part about this is this. I don't know how frequently they're going to put them up. I know they said I get guaranteed 12 articles that I'm allowed to put up
Mhm.
every year throughout the time that I'm an executive contributor. So
Awesome.
when I'm basically in that position, I'm honestly just going to keep giving them articles and articles and articles. And whenever they put them out, people might pop on and be like, "Oh, I read this article," but like, "Oh, that's the one that they put out." At this point in time, I'm literally just trying to get myself into a mental space where it's just like, I guess it's kind of, I don't want to compare it to, being an artist and artistry of rapping and making music and things like that because I know a lot of friends who get into it, but just back from my experience of trying to tap into that. You have to get into a writer's block of you have a time and a space where you have a lot of different thoughts and different things flowing through your mind that you can organize and orchestrate into a piece of, literary work, I guess is what I should call it. But it just allows you to explain things a lot easier, get your point across a lot easier. And then once I get out of that writer's block, hopefully by that time, I'll have like 4 or 5 different articles already submitted so that when it's that time for me to
Right.
do that again, there's already things. I don't know if I submit 10 articles tonight, I don't know if they're going to put them up for the next 10 days. I don't know if they're going to spread them out over the year. I don't know what they're going to do. I just know
Right.
I'm guaranteed
Right.
12 per year. And I'm just,
now,
like I said, excited for the opportunity.
what I'd like to do is go back to the article that you wrote. First of all,
Okay.
I got to say that it was very poignant because you gave the people what they know and they hear in the world today.
Yeah.
Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance. You gave it to them right off the cuff.
Right.
Then you got down to the bottom of the article and you told them this is the transitioning point for everything in the world to be going on. It's a new financial currency. It's a new information. When you closed out with that information, what did you expect people to do with that? When you it closed out with this is the way we're going, and you
Mm-hmm.
were you were very direct in that positioning. I think.
So if I must be transparent, I'll tell you like this. That is, I've gotten to the point where being in this space and educating people, I've grown to understand that I've basically kind of tailored my approach to, oh, I got to be careful because I don't want to offend anybody with this information or anything like that. Um, Excuse me, different with dealing with the different professional atmospheres of writing for a magazine and things like that. I can't exactly, as they used to say in school, write like I talk. So I had to
Right.
put my point of what I really wanted people to understand of, listen, you're either gonna have this or you're not. You're either gonna do this or you won't do it. And I
Right.
wanted people to understand it's almost like the red pill, blue pill. I want people to see, yo, you have two choices right about now. You can either do this or you cannot. And really, you saying, oh, I'm not gonna do this is putting you at a disposition of, okay, well when you're forced to do it, now you have to do what you're told to do.
Right.
That's not a very healthy situation because you're putting yourself in a perspective where you're going to be in somebody else's paradigm when you can set your own shift now, and then you literally start a whole entire shift in your life. And I promise you,
Mm-hmm.
for those of you guys who are already involved, you guys 100% understand what I'm saying. But for those of you guys who might be tuning in and you might not actually have started in the cryptocurrency
Yeah.
process or gotten yourself involved in some of the blockchain projects dealing with trying to understand smart contracts and stuff like that, or even gotten
Right.
yourself into the metaverse, whatever it is, NFTs, I don't care. the point is, get yourself involved and start understanding some of these things, because what you're gonna mess around and do is look at yourself in the mirror one day and realize, I was told this multiple times over and
Oh,
over and over again.
oh
The call
God,
to
don't
action is
don't
real. The
start.
call
We
to
already
action is
got
real.
that.
Yep.
We got some of that going on now with certain projects that we realize that one time in our lives early on, we were we had gotten information. This is plenty of coins, and this is what I love about crypto. What you just said, because it's so vast and there's new projects coming out, it helps you not to like break your heart,
Right.
to make you feel
Right.
like you lost the opportunity forever.
Right.
There is no going back to the $3 and $5 Microsoft days. I'm so sorry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not happening.
Peace,
It's
brother.
not going down like that. Hey, Doc Bay, well, good evening, great day. I want to just give love to
How you doing,
everybody.
brother?
Oh, yes. So what I was just saying was,
Greetings,
it's so funny. I wanted to make a reference. You said red and blue pill. Take a look at mine and Al's pictures. I just realized that. I said, oh.
Yeah.
So Al, I'm sorry, but I'm the red pill. Look,
I don't mind, Ruby, because the red pill wasn't the pill he took. It was the blue pill to go down the rabbit hole. But it's all right.
See, I got a cookie construct, and when you said that, I was like, I'm not trying to get this show put on a situation like what we had a couple weeks ago on Rapid Crypto. So I'm not. But I will say this, and whoever understands what I'm saying, they'll understand, and whoever doesn't, I'm going to segue a bit. It's interesting that you said about how he took the blue pill, and I was like, interesting, the red pill. And again, it's no shade, no disrespect to nobody, but the red pill got the Santa hat on. And it's an interesting time going on right now. There's nothing wrong with the holidays, but if anybody understands the construct of what's going on with the Santa hats and stuff like that, it's interesting that he said that about that red pill and that blue pill. But again, we're not gonna go there. I'm gonna leave that alone because I remember.
Here we go again.
We don't need a repeat. Yeah, we don't need a repeat. No, not at all.
But this is greetings to everybody. This is why we get on Collective Enlightenment. I want to thank everybody, and first of all, I want to thank Miss Rosetta for being on. I see Brother D.
Oh yes.
LJ, thank you, Doc Bay, everybody.
We have a few people who are coming in. I'm looking, and we actually have family in on multiple platforms tonight. We want to say thank you from Facebook, also YouTube, as well as Twitch tonight. We broadcast literally 3 platforms, and we've been really happy to share with you all just how powerful this is. I know y'all like, he over here bragging, they just bragging on him. No, I'm trying to tell you, this right here, what you're hearing, is a long time coming. This is not the culmination of work, but this is what comes with it. Recognition of the work that you've been doing. This man has put in time, working with people, building himself up, and helping others do the same over time, so that his words would be recognized is a great accomplishment and celebration. I am so excited that he would be able to speak into the literary world about 2 people who are looking for this information. Tells me that the information we're putting out is much needed. It's much wanted. Comes from our community. You get where I'm coming from? And I'm talking that worldwide, y'all. We ain't talking this. We talking worldwide. He comes from us.
Yes,
and those who are not yet there are now listening. Let's talk about it, y'all. Let's talk about it. And what made you, by the way, Doc Bay. So let's catch Doc Bay up, because I'm like, I want to tell him what's going on, what's happening. I miss you, bro. I got the power of the people, bro. Love it. Oh, wow. So LJ has been recognized and has joined the literary world, where he is now, and from what I understand, an executive. He's an executive writer.
Yep, executive contributor. Mm-hmm.
Well, look, I'll just let it speak for itself, because I'm gonna put it up one more time.
Mm-hmm.
He got his picture up and everything. Look, give me 1 second. I gotta straighten out some paperwork here. All right. So she's on the bottom. We gotta get to your interview. Oh, wait a minute, in the articles. So he's been on Brains Magazine, recognized as, I'm gonna click it over to his. He's been recognized by just amazingly by Brains Magazine as someone to be, literally to be listened to in the world of apparently cryptocurrency. But LJ
Absolutely.
has a specific voice. I need people to get that.
And
One, he's not foreign. Okay. He's not, now he's collegiate. Don't get it wrong. But you're not a PhD. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You're not a multi, letters behind your name doctor in this area.
Right. Right.
What you are is a practitioner and a trainer, a teacher and a coach
Right.
from the actions.
Right.
You got
and you
proven, and like they say, you got proven in the fire, baby.
Yes, man.
and you
Yes.
know,
Go ahead, baby.
I can speak and attest to that for myself from the time the year that I've actually, been in this president, been watching and been, you know, and what I literally watched this growth, like the way he was able to
Right.
get himself self acclimated to all of the knowledge about the crypto space, and then have an ability to share that. And then I literally watched the platform grow, through their innovation, him and HD,
Yes.
and the way they just, eh, especially the way they do it with that rapid crypto, and then
Thank
the
you,
connection that he builds with the other people that they bring into the platform, and then that top 10, I got a whole notebook full of them top tens. I collect them every week, and so that's
appreciate that,
Me
brother. Appreciate
too.
and then the thing is like they're proven, like they stand the test of time. Like you can tell that it's actual usable work that went into it. So I definitely appreciate,
Absolutely.
the space,
most definitely,
and then
brother.
that willingness to share with others. That's a great part. Y'all know I definitely love that collective enlightenment perspective.
Definitely, most definitely.
Brother
Yes,
Doc, we
love
love
it.
you all the time, man. You drop knowledge every
Exactly.
time you come on the platform.
Yes, indeed.
So I just wanted to show people those who are new to the platform you just got on. His article is to be found in brainsmagazine.com. He just authored his first article, and it's exciting because you're going to see another 11 of them come out throughout the year. I want you to not only follow this gentleman on P2G's platforms where he's doing his classes and they're doing crypto banking, and I love it. They are the Bankers Club, and they bring us the work every week. This is the beautiful part. They give of themselves, they share their knowledge, but then they educate and train for those who want to take it to the next level.
Yep.
That's what this is about. That's what this is about. People, complain about we got some folks, but you can't give it away. Well, we can't sell everything. I hate to say it. If Bitcoin had a marketing plan, it would have probably failed.
Right.
Bitcoin had to prove itself,
Right.
Hmm.
and it had to come through, and people had to see results. Because let me tell you, when Bitcoin was growing from 25 cents to $4, ain't nobody give a darn.
Hmm.
But then with those ones that had millions of those coins, they gave a darn.
Yep.
Absolutely.
People
Definitely.
didn't start looking at it till it came 9,000, 20,000. What?
Hmm.
Look,
So you got to put the work in. You got to show the work, and that's what Bitcoin did in as it came up and proved itself. Now LJ's working this. I love it. It shows this system works.
the
Indeed.
traction
He
is
did a
there.
system of
Yep.
works. That's
It does.
right.
It
So
does.
I'm just
Traction.
excited. I say I can't help it because I'm posting it. Y'all gonna see it on Facebook and all of those. Okay. Don't forget to get on the Telegram because it's gonna be on there too. Get that article and go check them out.
Yes, you definitely got to
And
read
go
this
and look
article
for
tonight.
more. Look for more. I'm
And
serious.
I don't want y'all guys just to
Oh
read
yeah.
the
Yeah.
article.
I was about to say check out the website as well.
Mm.
There's a
Oh
lot of
yes.
other great literary works on there. Like I said, I'm extremely excited because it's just one of those situations where, like I said, guys, when I first got attached to the information and she sent me everything over, you guys can see the magazine covers that was over on the right hand side next to the article and everything. It's just I wouldn't say it was intimidating. It was just one of those things where I'm sitting here looking and everything, and I'm just like, nah, y'all couldn't be a real magazine. Y'all not. I'm not, and I'm gonna be completely transparent. I'm not a millionaire in crypto. Why are you guys sending me a message? I just know how
Hmm.
to educate and be able to get people to understand. People look at it, and I had somebody a long time ago ask me, "Oh well, if it's that easy, why aren't you a millionaire yet?" And I said, "Well, that
Wait.
mindset."
I have to stop you right now. I can't have no more of that energy here. Just told y'all folks this morning. All right. You are not, you are whatever you accept.
Gotta speak it, speak
Remember
life.
that.
Yeah.
You are a, not just speak life, baby. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you were ever gonna be a millionaire, you are already it. You
Right.
better own it, brother.
Absolutely.
I hate to tell you, you're a billionaire,
Right.
but you can't have it. Now I want you to imagine that the only thing holding you back from $1 billion is a word you said.
Hmm. And
Mm.
that's
A
like I
word
told them,
you said.
like it's a situation where you just gotta be able to put yourself in position to understand, because like I told them, the difference between the people who are wealthy and rich in the world and the people who get money and then their family has nothing to show for it, that person that had that money or that wealth or those resources, they were able to pass not the actual things themselves, but the actual knowledge that came with it.
There you
So that
go.
once they got those things, they knew how to keep making that, as they like to say, you put your seed in the soil, make sure you've tilled your soil and do everything that you need to so your seed actually has a healthy environment to grow and everything.
Right.
Well, they seed had a healthy environment to grow, but it's literally you got to have a knowledge, as they like to say, to have a green thumb. Well, you have to have a knowledge to build wealth. If your
That's
family and the
right.
people that are around you don't have the knowledge to build wealth, the thing that took you 10, 15 years, 20 years, maybe even if you became a crypto millionaire overnight, the thing that you built
Right.
and you work towards, somebody else who doesn't understand that or they're ignorant to it, it'll be gone like that. So that's the difference between the people who actually have it and the people who don't. Is just the education and the knowledge. So like I shared with that person, if you have the education and knowledge, I don't care how much money isn't in the bank yet. It's like I told them, I don't care how much money isn't in the bank yet. I promise,
That's
if
right.
you put yourself in that position to have that type of knowledge, you having $1 billion worth of knowledge put you in position to help a millionaire. And that millionaire who's able to get themselves to $1 billion looks at you and says, "Why aren't you there? Oh, it was just resources. Well, you already have what you need. You clearly know
That's
what you're
right.
doing. So here, I'm finna help you out." And then you
There
continue
you
to do that.
go.
And I'm not saying that to do things for handouts, but it's literally a simple premise of understanding knowledge and education and a mindset are the difference between you being able to be in the position you want to be and not. And that, and to answer
Right.
Brother Al's question a little bit further from earlier, that was the whole purpose of the article. Literally, the decisions you make and the things that you think about, you're either going to be, like I said, a red pill or a blue pill situation. You're either going to have it or you're not.
Got
Thank
that.
you.
Got that.
And
It's
That's
family,
what
really
I'm
y'all,
talking about.
go ahead, Doc.
family,
Take the floor.
I was just gonna say, family, y'all definitely make sure y'all share that article and that website and
Yes.
those links, because I have a large community of people that I share things with, to
Yes.
help bring attention to it. I definitely want to assist in, you know, putting you out there further, brother, because I I have a long sightedness, and I saw your success a long time ago, and I
I
still
Right.
see how much further is actually going to go, brother. And I
Thank you.
commend you, brother.
Thank you,
Much
brother. I
honesty.
appreciate it. And listen,
All
it's a
right.
humbling experience. Like I told them, it was humbling because earlier, we like to talk about this, but we're passionate about it because this is what we've been doing. So this is like I don't want to
Exactly.
say it's a hobby because I almost consider that disrespectful to myself, but this is something we like to do. It's something like we like to talk about and engage in. So for me, it's always been, oh, I don't talk about it a lot because I think I know a lot. I'm just that excited about it. It's like a kid that likes to talk about the favorite TV show they have or whatever, whatever it is. This is what we love to do. So when I'm in a position like this and everybody's like, hey, this is awesome and this is amazing, I'm just like, yeah, it's a humbling experience. It's a very humbling experience. So I thank you, brother. Thank you very much for that.
I really got to say, I to this day, from the day I started doing rap and crypto, I feel like I'm sitting. Every time you're there, I feel like I'm listening to, the wrap up on ESPN, because y'all guys have such a flow, and yes, the word has to be passion, because you both passionate between you, brother LJ, HD, brother Mario Pongination. There's such a passion when y'all guys on the floor. It's like watching a team pass the ball back together, making sure that the information is going to take you to the goal and have you score. So I mean, when you guys are on there, it's just watching things move like a symbiotic motion. Y'all got, when you stop, he starts. When he stops, the next one starts, and y'all guys just flow. And you keep the people engaged, and you engaging them around their finances. The interviews are great. Don't get me wrong. The interviews are all great, but you're engaging the people around their finances, because you're not only telling them what it is, You're telling them what it does.
Right.
Now,
Right.
the only thing they need to do is take that information and go find it and put it into use.
Right.
And then you make that available to them also by doing, your crypto and business.
Right.
Not crypto
Right.
and business, I'm sorry. The crypto, drawing a blank here. The Telegram group. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're perfectly fine. You're talking about dealing
Yeah.
with the Telegram group where they have the free airdrops and they
Crypto
engage
bank.
with
Yes.
the bots and everything. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One area,
See
family,
that?
I saw that was very important was the way y'all married a community that people are very familiar with, but the music industry and things of that nature. And
Yeah.
by connecting those entities and everybody, everyone has some type of an affinity for music and for the expression of it. And then a lot of the times when I would see a lot of y'all interviews, and y'all would share information, I would see the light bulb go off in their head. They would see the potential and what y'all are building and connecting them to. And then sometimes they'll speak about how they spoke with y'all earlier and what they're doing now, with that opportunity. And so we was having a conversation this morning, and we were speaking about trying to encourage more people. And you know how you have to find people on whatever level that they're on and connect the dots and things of that nature. So it's definitely a valuable process when you're able to connect whatever people are already passionate about, and for them to realize that they could actually connect it to this crypto space and actually build a premise from there. So that was definitely a very powerful brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen, the one thing I always love to do, and I tell people all the time, I would not be here if it was not for Brother HD. Like I said, I continue to be humbled because I remember just sitting there and I hadn't been dealing with investments or anything, and I was just dealing with stocks. And I was really good at reading. Okay, this stock looks like a really good investment. And he saw me take a couple $100 and I flipped it to a couple of thousand. He was like, "Oh, that's great, but you need to get in this cryptos." And I was like, "Well, what's going on with the cryptos?" And they started talking about, gold and silver and everything. But it basically became a situation where I got infatuated with everything that came along with it. So, I just want to thank Brother HD. I know he's not here, but I definitely want to thank Brother HD. Because he's a pivotal piece of all this. Like I said, I would not be here if it was not for him. So, especially with that vision, like Brother Doc Bay spoke about, dealing with rap and crypto emerging, the music industry dealing with blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies and NFTs. It was a beautiful vision. When he came to me and said, "Hey, bro, I want you to be my co-host," I was, like I said, I was almost intimidated because it was just like, "What do you want me? You want me to talk about this stuff?" I mean, I started learning it, and he kept encouraging me and kept letting me know, listen, the only difference between you and the person who's been in here for 10 years is experience and amount of education they have. If you continue to make yourself a student in this game and educate yourself every single day and keep making yourself better and don't think, "Oh, well, I'm better than this other person because I have this type of information," you're not better than anybody. The only difference between you and the other person is I might know something extra that might be the key that basically might fix their whole puzzle, and they might be able to help you fix whatever you in. Like it like Brother Al said earlier, it's a symbiotic motion. So like I said, it's a beautiful thing. Brother HD was able to make sure everything came together well, and then like I said, when he came up with Bankers Club, oh my goodness, it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And so being able to partner with Brother HD on Bankers Club and being able to co-host Rap and Crypto, as well as being able, to be a part of the P2G networks and being able to it's a beautiful thing. So shout out.
Cool. I've let him down. But if I be me, I can never let anybody down. Because I'm gonna have to be me. I don't want something and they don't have to be that.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're good. You're good to go.
Okay. No worries. No worries.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, I really want to share. I like the fact that we have both you and Doc Bay on here because y'all guys approach freedom on a parallel level. You're not on the Doc handles a lot of the citizenship and understanding the naturalization of who you are as an individual. You're captivating the individual. You're taking the individual and having free themselves from the system of what they've been taught all their entire life. Go to school, get a good education, get a good job. When you're responsible for your own finances, you can take the step to get your own citizenship and understand they work. They work hand in hand. And I gotta say, you guys work. You guys are you guys in the same arena. You're just handling people differently at different points in time. So that's one of the reasons why I think Ruby and I said we wanted to get you two on here, because I want people to see that
And see,
most of it requires education.
and see,
But go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
excuse me, brother. Well, it's very important to me that we do see that a lot of these aspects do connect, because unless we connect the dots, unless we actually connect these entities, because it's like one won't really work without the other. They must work together, because
That's right.
we are in. There's one common denominator, no matter what belief system, mindset, perspective, ideology that we come in. But there's one common denominator, and that's the area of economics and financial literacy that actually connects us all, because we are all in that arena, and mastering that arena. To me, this is what the crypto space allows the people. It just from the perspective that it has the potential to be, or it is, the people's money, or the people's opportunity to take charge of their own finances, to restructure
Mhm.
their formats in life, because you really won't be able to express any aspect of freedom, or liberating self, without mastering all of the things that have been mastering you. So as you master those things that have been mastering you, and you learn the processes and techniques in the financial markets to hire your money, so that's basically what it
Mhm.
hiring your money to make the money so
Shout
that you
out to
can
that.
have equity, and basically now utilize that freedom to express it into other areas, because
Right.
it took a process to get us to this point. And I never encourage anyone to think that we're going to just get out of it overnight. We have to continuously be a collective enlightenment, connect these dots, and come to the realization and develop the mindset that power is the people. And without that perspective, then we'll really just be spinning wheels and end up in a deeper trap than we've been experiencing. So it's a great moment. It's a great time right now. I think that the
You mind if I
opportunity,
share something with you all?
absolutely, beloved.
Your words this early, I basically, if you guys want to know what I was up to, I was actually looking for this clip, because as soon as you started talking earlier, it sparked about, especially when you're talking about LJ, it sparked I think a clip from Tupac Shakur, an interview, and I wanted to just share that with you guys, because words speak volumes, and his words are speaking from the grave.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world. And that's our job, is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish. And because we're not going to change the world, let's not talk about how we should change it. I don't know how to change it, but I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Because
Powerful.
I'm gonna tell you,
And that is why we do what we do every week after week, with people who find themselves in a position where they see a dirty world and they don't know what to do. And we can't say that these are the answers. We can just say that as long as we're doing something, somebody else is going to see it, and somebody else is going to see it, and the word is going to spread. And that's collective enlightenment. That's
That's
why we do what we do, and that's why it works the way it works. So we're going to keep talking until our words are burning, are literally piercing the grave.
Mhm.
and
It ain't
sis,
changed.
I'm gonna tell y'all why that speaks so wholeheartedly to me, because many years ago, as I was becoming self-aware of a lot of things, and I was involving myself in a lot of things, and I saw a lot of the things that we were facing, I developed a determination that someone has to be willing to make whatever levels of sacrifices. And I don't want to use that word sacrifices in a detrimental way, but someone has to be willing to always share a message or share an encouragement. No matter what the results look like. And I always looked at it like, if I know my spirit and I know my inner being, and if I give up, then it's lost. So I really don't have no give up, no quit, no drive, because irregardless whether many of the things benefit me, I truly receive benefit in loving and seeing others, strive and prosper and grow. That really means something to me. It's not just talk. It's not fancy conversation, because I'm really not selling anything. I'm not teaching anything. I'm sharing. I'm sharing things that were blissful, to me. And to me, the only blessing in anything is your willingness to share those things that have benefited you, and so that they can benefit others. And that's my perspective, and that's why things like that mean something.
That's right. It's like watering the flower, honey. You
Yes,
water
indeed.
flowers, and I got to speak to my sister JoJo up on here, as well as Miss Chocolate Gold Bay, who teaches us that when you literally you have to recontribute to this planet. We cannot continue to take from it and expect to keep breathing. So you must water your plants and your flowers, and you must plant trees, because if you don't, the oxygen that you need to live and grow and prosper will be gone eventually. And so much like that cycle, is everything works that way. We must
That's a
water these plants called
shout out
life.
excuse me.
Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out to my brother Study More out there.
Hi,
Yeah.
Study More.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
see you.
Peace
Islam.
and blessing. Peace and blessing.
Yes.
Yeah.
See,
And
the
all the
reason
family.
that really touched
Definitely
me,
appreciate you.
what I mean, because it just spoke words. I was like, it spoke volumes to me. What LJ has done and has begun the process of is something all of us are going to see in the very near future. That's why I said I got some stuff I want to talk to the brother about. You the writer. You the writer. Let's go brainstorm some things. Because you didn't speak. I mean, when y'all will see his article doesn't just speak us, it speaks everyone he's been around. Every one of us came through his article. Or I could tell all the conversations that we've had, that I've been in presence that he's had, the people that he's been in connection with, who's had conversations with him, all culminating in the right words to say, to explain to people his experience of all of us. So no, I don't want to write an article. I got a writer right there. We
Mhm.
wrote that article together. He writes my programs, because he's another voice that helps me to understand when I'm writing my programs. This needs to be seen. Same thing, Doc Bay. All of you write my programs,
Yes.
Yep.
because my programs are there to serve you. They're not for me. His words on that paper were for people who never seen none of us. That was our voice going out of his hand.
Mm-hmm.
We got to
Absolutely.
recognize when people speak out, they speak for us,
And
and their words go further than ours may. You know
yeah,
what
and
I'm saying?
I just want to say I'm grateful for the fact that he put P2G inside the article. It's
Yes.
humbling. It was very
Oh my
humbling to
God.
see that up there.
He
We
called me
know.
on the phone like, is it okay? I'm like, is that okay? What? You
Look,
might
I
get
had to make
you
sure
might
because
get a lot of people. I'm like, that's all we want. We just want to serve.
I had to tell all the business partners, I was like, I don't know what, because I think the thing that threw me off the most dealing with this situation is when the lady emailed me, and I think that is the biggest thing that made it be like, okay, this can't be real. Because she let me know, she was like, one of our most popular actual magazines and articles that went out reached out to 3 million people. And I was just like, no way.
Wow.
And I was just like, okay, cool. And then I realized, I said, I'm not saying that my article is going to do anything like that, but realistically speaking, who's to say that it won't? My thing was, anybody I mentioned in that article, anything that was attached to that article, I had to make sure I let all my business partners know and everybody, because I'm just like, I don't want there to be an influx of y'all have people that say, hey, I saw something in Brains Magazine, and you're like, Brains Magazine, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. I appreciate you coming to me,
Okay,
but
thank you.
I'm talking about. So it's
You trying to
just
tell me I gotta take my phone number off the website?
no,
Then,
no, 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 no. Look,
when
I wouldn't say take your number off the website, but
I gotta admit, because when I
Right.
saw that in there, and you just said what you said, the first thing came to my mind was the UPS commercial we saw a couple years ago.
Oh
Or,
no. Oh,
uh,
it was a
and y'all
fulfillment
guys,
commercial.
I think y'all guys all remember that commercial. It's
If
called
anybody
the
remembers,
Oprah Effect.
yeah, the
The Oprah
company just
Effect.
put up their first website, and you started seeing that the hits on it's a product company, so they deliver,
mhm.
and they put up their website. It went live. There was everybody in the office popping bubbles and the whole, popping bottles and the whole nine. Like, yeah, they saw the thing go. The ticker went up to like 30 orders. Yeah, woo! We got our first orders. That's what's up. website. Next thing you know, the thing went up to 50 orders. Like, ah, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Next thing you know, it hit 600 orders. They was like, oh, cool.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It hit 7,000 orders,
Mhm.
and they were like, holy crap, what are we gonna do?
Look,
And that's what I was just
So for a minute,
I
I
wanted
thought
to
the
put
Oprah
that type
effect.
of energy in.
I'm
but-
so excited about that. I really am, because you know what?
I'm fortifying the
Yeah,
website.
This is my baby's dream. And Ruby, I'm just gonna say it because I really understand it. I understand it now more than I've ever. My baby's goal was to influence 10,000 people, to influence their life in some manner, shape, or form. She told me a long time ago she had no idea how she was going to influence 10,000 people. I don't know if she realizes it already, but I think she's already influenced 10,000 people.
At least.
And the fact that
minimum.
you've shared P2G in a magazine that made
I know, yeah.
visit 3 million
I can't
people.
believe it. I'm sorry. I'm serious over here. I
Brother
can't even
LJ,
believe
I
I'm
want to
starting
thank you.
here.
Of course.
I want to thank you, bro.
Of
Because I
course.
think in this process, you brought her dreams to reality. You brought her dreams to reality. And now
the
not
thing
only
is
is she
that-
going to affect 10,000, she's going to affect more people. And then it's just going to be, I don't know, what do you call that? It's just going to be a cloud going over. It's going to be a beautiful cloud.
It's gonna be.
That's all I got to say.
Well, see, that's the whole thing. We are that ripple. We are the ripple. This basically it keeps flowing through, just like a circle. Everybody that comes to me comes to y'all. That's how it's always been.
Yep.
Everybody that comes to me gets you all. Y'all may like how I speak or what I say, but I'm always speaking about the people in my life because y'all are the ones who make this happen. And so when I make connections, it's the same thing. Doc Bay, I've heard him say collective enlightenment. I'm like, wow. I have been on stereo, and I know we don't do collective enlightenment on stereo.
Yeah.
But people know who collective enlightenment is because Doc Pay is the ripple on stereo.
Absolutely.
Then we have the Bankers Club.
I'm sorry.
They
Hold on.
ripple
Time
everywhere.
out. Hold on. Doc Bay is not a ripple. That boy's a boulder dropping everywhere he goes.
Yes.
He be dropping boulders. He let people know.
So let's just see how far this goes. And the wonderful thing is, but people are saying the words collective enlightenment now. When we thought of that, we did that as a group. The collective created the name Collective Enlightenment. That wasn't something that was a decision. P2G Networks, Hutch reminds me when we created the network as a name. You got to understand what you see. You may see a figurehead, but this figurehead has a very vast body and other heads that are attached. Otherwise, you would never see it. Because I'd be too engulfed in trying to run this little life. And when your life is little, it's very overwhelming. And people think that a small life is controlled. It's very overwhelming. To keep one person small is extremely, energy exerting, crazy. But the more you grow, the more you have to give away that energy. The more you have to trust in the energy of others. And then I love it because LJ's a wordsmith in a way that I can say words, but when my writing comes out, I'm like, I need somebody. I ain't gonna lie. I don't write right. I'm blessed with a child who loves it and is an amazingly talented writer. She helps me to write a lot of stuff y'all see. Because if she didn't, y'all be like, Ms. Ruby. No patience. Okay. But but what we do accept is who we are.
Yep.
And that gives us a chance to discover the others in our lives. That's what makes us wealthy. That's why I say, boo, don't worry about no dollar signs in your bank account. That's already a given.
Like I tell folks all the time.
And don't let nobody talk about them either. Ain't none of their business.
Look, when folks start asking, I tell people all the time, when you start asking me questions about, how much crypto have you made and how much money can I make? And that was one of the things I put in the article. One of the things that people always ask me is, how much money can I, and I put it in a more politically correct term, but long story short, how much money I'm going to get off of this? It's pretty much how they pretty much put it. And I'm like, you're looking at it all the wrong way. You're looking at it completely and totally all the wrong way. Why are you looking at it from a dollars and figures standpoint when I'm telling you this is literally a change of you shouldn't be worried about how much that actual token is worth. You need to be figuring out how many tokens you're getting because that value is going to go up and continue to go up. If you get stuck on, oh, it's $3, you're gonna be focused on, oh, I need to get it at $3 rather than I need to get as many as I can for $3, so that when it goes to $100, I can capitalize.
First of all, this is a long term.
Such a backward perception. What you say, brother?
See, yeah,
you said it clearly. This is a long term game. This is not jump in, jump out. There are some stuff that you can do that.
You guys just touched on exactly why we even created the courses we did. They're in the wrong position, like he said. You have no knowledge, therefore you don't have a potential for profit.
Right.
That's the bottom line. How much do I have? Can I potentially make? Nothing without the knowledge of how to manage it. Because LJ is not in the business of managing wallets and your profits.
Well, I won't fib and say that I don't do it.
Well, no. I'm just saying. Officially, that's not your title and your responsibility.
The reason why I try not to is because I'll tell people like this, because somebody might ask, well, why don't you? I do, but the reason why I shy away from that is because when people come to me about that, you're basically asking me to take on a very, 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 very detailed and very security oriented job. I charge like it's a security oriented job, and it's not to be like, oh, you're gonna have to pay me an arm and a leg. I got to keep your stuff straight. You're asking me to manage your account on top of what else I got to manage. I'm going to have to make you, I'm going to have to charge you like that. So most folks be like, oh, well, just do it for me for free.
Okay, so he does it. He does do it on a one-on-one basis. You better have a conversation to get in touch with that brother. And one thing I like to let folks know, when you don't learn, you will pay. That's the bottom line. What you will not learn for yourself will cost you something.
I'm trying to tell you, Miss Ruby, and I'll tell that to anybody. I promise you, she's not lying, because there's things, don't get it entangled and twisted. And like I told you guys at the beginning of the show, you always got to stay a student in this game, simply because when you're not a student in this game, you're putting yourself in a position where you're thinking, oh, well, I'm a master of this. You can master a craft of understanding something, but you can't master a craft of something that is constantly changing. That makes zero sense.
Absolutely.
So because you have to adapt to the change in the environment that's being created, you have to now put yourself in position to stay a student, continue educating yourself, and then be able to help people understand not just the knowledge, but the mindset. And I think that's one of the biggest keys that we do a good job at when we're doing our workshops and everything every month with the Bankers Club. Is a lot of people will see and sit.
Shout out to the Bankers Club.
We'll go through, and plenty of people will attest to it. You'll go through a whole entire almost hour and a half session with me, and I've literally gone through nothing but mindset. I've literally sat here and talked to you, and I guess people will say, oh, that's a lecture or you're being motivational. It's not about that. I'm literally not looking at it as, oh, I'm just going to use an hour and a half to be a motivational speaker. It's literally, you have to teach people a consistent mindset that allows you to put yourself in position, and you have to keep doing it, because you'll say the mindset one time, you'll come back, keep teaching them information, and haven't reminded them of the mindset. So they'll drift off and get completely confused, or they'll go the wrong direction. It's like, oh, I thought I was supposed to do this. Well, you forgot the mindset that you're supposed to have using this is this. And there's different parts of the crypto world that require different mindsets. You staking versus you trying to take profit on what you're getting are two completely different things. Because
that's going to cause a problem.
Right.
Not knowing.
You can't move the coin to the stable coins if it's in staking.
Right.
But if you're holding it in staking,
but if you don't know that,
and you're trying to exactly.
Oh, so of course they're gonna call you on the phone and go, "What happened? It's stuck." All right. So tonight, LJ, I want to say congrats once again, my brother. Oh my God, we are so proud of you.
Thank you.
We want to just make it really clear. This brother can be reached on the Bankers Club. As a matter of fact, let me see if I have a little banner up here. There's a little banner up in here. Because he's in the Bankers Club. They have their own email and everything. So what you're on, of course, is for the Bankers Club. Reach out to them. They have a ProTime mail. They also have the Bankers Club link tree. Y'all want to check out what they have going on that platform. Another thing is I want to say thank you and big ups, great big love to my Dr. Go. Dr. Bay, you in here? You in here?
Oh, it's a pleasure, brother. Always. We got to do a show with Doc Bay again.
We actually will be doing one. I have you on my schedule. We are booking the shows out for 2022 this next week. Indeed. And just want to give everybody a heads up. P2G will be on automatic. So you get to see a lot of our older shows. All of our show platforms, except for one, will be live. That will be the one show in 2 weeks will be Bankers Club. And that will be coming back during the holiday. P2G platform for all of our live classes and our workshops will become active again about the 2nd of the year on the Monday. So our first class will be Pennies to Gold in 2022. We will be coming back, rocking out. I suggested you want to get into this thing, start booking now. Book those classes for the 2022 right now. Fill that spot. Because what you're about to see happen in the next 2 weeks going out to the next year is a lot of people are going to start making quite a bit of money in crypto. And there's no last minute running to the door to see what happened. When that takes place, it will not last a long period of time. It's called the bull run. But it's a run. It's not a marathon. It's short-lived and then follows the low. And we will be involved in all of them because we're here. We know the game. We play the game. And what we do is you're blessed because we teach the game and we are humbled to teach it to you. We love it. So come back to our Pennies to Gold. Tonight, though, the final class of this year live. The final class of this year live. Crypto Boomers at 9 p.m. Do not miss it. It is an all-inclusive. Tonight, we're going to include anyone who would like to hop on that platform.
Yep.
But I'm letting y'all know, get in. The link is there. It's on Crypto Boom. It's on P2G right now. Grab the link. They're not getting kicked out if they're a little younger, Al. We're going to let them in today. This is our last class of the year. So normally it's 50 and above. So bring your relatives and friends so that we can properly say Happy New Year with you.
Yep.
In our
we won't razz them.
We love you.
We won't razz them in the room.
We love you all, and we are looking forward to celebrating this entire next 2 weeks with you. Spend time with your family, show them the recording, because we'll be posting on YouTube. We will be putting up classes, games that we played throughout the year, stuff that you've seen, and even some reruns from our big show. We'll get you some reruns of the big show. But coming back. Coming back, you better all join the platform. Get on p2gnetworks.com and get your account open. It's
Miss
free.
Ruby, they better.
And it's private. We ain't playing. You're going to be only able to see these broadcasts on our own station. That's how we coming in 2022. You'll only see this content there. So let's get it popping, everybody. 2022 is calling, and class starts in about 32 minutes. Peace, everyone.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
Right. Come on, give him love. Give him love.
We'll see you there. We'll see you there.
All right, we better.